Hey, happy people. So today we are going to be making a vegan oxtails. For some reason I just was looking at a whole bunch of Jamaican videos and the oxtails. So we gotta make some oxtails today. So, alright, so while my skillet is heating up here so we can get started, you guys watch the intro and I'll be right back. Alright, to make our vegan oxtails today, we got a lot of different ingredients and a lot of seasonings here. For my alkaline people today, this is not a 100% alkaline video. There are some things in this that are not alkaline, but don't click off just yet. Watch the whole video. You may be able to give me some substitutes for the things that are not alkaline, so stay tuned. Alright, so first thing I have is some baby Bella mushrooms here. This is about one of those 8-ounce cartons that I cut up here. And we're going to season this right quick. So I am not going to put measurements to this because you just got to season till your soul say yes. So I'm just going to put ingredients right here. And you guys can put as much as you like, whatever you like. So I'm just going to start off about a teaspoon of just about everything here. Well, 2 teaspoons of onion powder because I like onion. And, okay, so now, for a lot of these, you will have to make it home. I have my chili powder, my alkaline chili powder. I have my own homemade gram masala. It is alkaline for me. I know some people, when they see one of the ingredients in it, they're not going to say it's alkaline because that is no longer on the nutritional guide. But for me, it's still alkaline. It was once on there and I don't see why they changed it, so I'm just going to add it. 1 teaspoon of that. And I got my own. Oh. Be right back. Alright, so now, since I had to go wash my spoon, my oil is now heated, so I'm first going to add my onions here to that, and I have just a half, this is about a medium purple onion. You can use whichever onion you like. Let that start sauteing in there. Okay, and back to our seasonings here. 1 teaspoon, heaping teaspoon of alkaline garlic powder. We have, I am just dropping everything. Liking that one fell down face side up. But we have 1 teaspoon of homemade chicken powder, chicken flavored powder. And, okay, so I know these are a lot of homemade items and they're got to be all alkaline and things like that. I have made it easy for you guys because now I have alkaline seasonings on my website, which is stayhappy.com. You can go and check those out. I have all my homemade seasonings, so you don't have to put all these together. I have made it very simple, so all you have to do is just buy these and you'll have it already put together. But right now I'm going to add my all-purpose seasoning. This is like Lowry's or something like that. If I do not have the seasoning on the website right now, it's because I'm waiting on labels. But they will be up eventually, so just stay tuned, and as they go up, I will let you know in each video. So I'm going to put 1 heaping teaspoon all on the table and in the back and in the bowl. And now we're going to add a little savory, because savory makes sure goes well with meat dishes. Just going to wake that up. Check on our onions here. and now we're gonna add a Scotch bonnet pepper. Y'all know I'm just messing with y'all. I am not gonna, y'all know damn well I am not gonna add no Scotch bonnet pepper. So I do have a little cayenne. We're just gonna put just a little bit of that in there. Give it just a little heat, not too much. And we're gonna mix all this together. Get it all coated nice and even there. And now we're going to add our homemade garlic. This is the cloves that I made in the alkaline garlic video. You have to go check that out. You can see the powdered version, the minced version, and the whole clove. I just minced it up a little bit, cut it up just a little bit, and we're going to add that to our onions. Now we're just going to add our mushrooms now to the skillet with all those seasonings. I know it seems like a lot of seasonings, but once you put everything together with the other ingredients, it won't be as much. It won't be as strong. So make sure you put enough seasoning in it. Now, to that we're going to add our homemade alkaline soy sauce. And I'm probably just going to put about a cup here because I want it to cover all my mushrooms. If you don't have the homemade alkaline soy sauce, watch the video, or you can go to my website. In a couple of days here, I will have that also on the website for sale too, if not already up. Alright, so we're just going to cover our mushrooms and let them saute down a little bit, steam out some of that water, and while they're doing that, we're going to move on to our second part here. So for our second part, we need, this is young jackfruit. It is just 1 can of young jackfruit. And we're just going to shred it up here, seeds and all. Alright, so our mushrooms have sauteed down. I've shredded my jackfruit, so I'm just going to turn this off. And we're just going to move it over here to let it cool off just a bit. While we finish here, turn that way. Now, so our jackfruit has been shredded. So now we have to add, I have 1.5 cups of black eyed peas. And I have 1.5 cups of pinto beans. And you probably say, if you're alkaline, why you just didn't use chickpeas? Sometimes the chickpeas are just way too water soluble and they're way too mushy when you mash them up. So they don't hold very well sometimes when you're making something. So today I'm going to use 2 other beans. So we're just going to mash these a little bit. Kind of smash them in a little bit. Don't mash them all, but you want to smash some of them in there. Okay, that's good enough for me. Alright, so we're just going to mix this up, make sure it's mixed pretty good here. Now we're going to add in our mushrooms here. And you just want to mix this very well. Make sure it's all well incorporated. Alright, so once you've mixed it all together, right here is where you would just want to take. Did I just spit? Alright, so this is where you want to taste it at to see if you like the flavor, the seasonings. If not, add more seasonings. If you're fine, let's keep going. I think just a little bit of gram masala and a little bit of the all-purpose seasoning. A little bit more onion powder. And I think that'll do it. Alright, so now we have that seasoned up very well. So now we're just going to add some chickpea flour. This is going to be our binder, so it'll hold together. How much chickpea flour is really just going to depend on how much water your jackfruit and your mushrooms had. So just add a little bit at a time till you get the consistency you want. You want it to bind together. Alright, chick, play nice today. Play nice today. Alright, so our mixture has been mixed up pretty well. I've used enough chickpea flour, I think, for it to actually hold together. So now I have my plastic wrap here. I'm telling you, me and plastic wrap just do not get along. And I'm just going to add some chickpea flour on it. You want to be liberal. Spread it all around, because this is going to act as two things. It's going to keep it from sticking to your saran wrap here, but also it's going to act like the fat on the outside of your oxtails when you fry them. So be very liberal with your flour. Alright, so now we're just going to spread this on there. We're going to make a nice even rectangular paste here. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Take your time, because it's going to want to come up because of the flour. So just take your time and pat it down. Get you a nice even layer. Alright, now that we got our nice even layer here, we are going to need to add something for the bone, right? So we're going to use, this is the trumpet mushroom. It is back. I just literally cut it into like two little rectangulars, and I think I'm actually going to cut this one again. There we go. And we're just going to add these to the middle right here. Cut that end piece off there. Now what we're going to do here is you have to fold this over. Like that. And I probably shouldn't have did so much flour here. We're going to bring it on the inside. Dust just a little bit off, because again it's going to give you like that fat marbling, but you don't want too much. And we're just going to fold the other side over the top, press it in, bring it back, and this is where we're just going. Oops. we go. I hate cling wrap because it doesn't allow me to do what I want to do. You want to roll this nice and tight. Get your ends there. Alright, while I get this all nice and tight with my cling wrap, we're going to put this in the refrigerator, and you have to let it set overnight so it'll congeal together and it'll be much easier for you to cut and be a little stiff. So that way when we fry it, it won't fall apart. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, we're back. It has been well over 24 hours for this to sit in the refrigerator. I have unwrapped it already, and now we just need to fry our oxtails. So I have a skillet of some oil already heating right here. I already cut off a little piece here, and we're just going to cut these up and fry them up. I probably should. They might be a little soft if that's the case, because I set them on the cutting board while I was setting up and all these freaking lights. So you might have to mush them back together a little bit, but it'll be okay. Now your size will depend on you, how you like them. With regular oxtails, they're not all the same size. Oh, look at you, you just fell apart. Okay, so you want these to be fried really hard. Like, you want them to be really hard. This is going to give you that dark color with a little bit of browning seasoning if you got any. I got some alkaline browning seasoning right there. Now, to the alkaline browning seasoning. This is just some date sugar that I put in a saucepan and heated it up, let it brown, get like pretty dark, almost black, just about. And then I added a little bit of my no-moo beef bouillon powder, which is on the website right there. You guys can go there and pick that up. And some water. And I put a little bit of oil in here, and I just brought it to a boil till it almost boiled over out of the pan. Then I reduced the heat to about a medium, and I let it like go for about an hour till it just reduced down to like a very thick paste. And then I added more water. But that's what you get, your own browning sauce. It's not quite as dark. It's not like almost black as regular browning sauce, but it's alkaline, and that's what matters. So that way, get a little browning seasoning color in there if I can. Just pour it right on top there. Trying to make sure they don't stick to the bottom. So I pick them up and I'm just tear apart. Okay, y'all, so see how I got some of these standing on their sides so I can make sure they get browned on all four sides. You want, if you are not using this in a stew or anything like that, you can easily just take them out now. But because I'm going to make an oxtail stew, I want them to be very hard. So I'm going to let them cook until they're very hard. So, be right back once I get these done. You do not make the cut. You are the weakest link. You're gonna fall apart. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk about you. Alright, so our oxtails are just about done here. I don't know if you guys can see that I'm dripping oil on the floor. They're a nice brown color, almost very dark, almost blackened. But they're pretty hard. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So, that is how we make. Ooh. I just gotta go a little longer. He's bigger than everybody else. I'll say I'm pretty happy with the way it was turning out. I thought they was gonna fall apart. Alright, so there you have it. We now have our vegan, no meat oxtails. And I am going to put this in, like I say, an oxtail stew. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I make the next video using these in the oxtail stew. But until then, y'all stay happy.